Business Express, brought to you by Atsenuwa, transaction solutions you can depend on.
We're Smooth 98.1 FM. Good morning and welcome to Business Express, the Tech Friday edition. And I've been joined this morning by Fisayo Durojaye. Good morning to you, Fisayo.
Good morning, Omas. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, everyone listening and watching. It's great to be here this morning.
Nice to have you. So let's get the clients and the listener to know that we can get to their response, responding to any of the issues Fisayo will be tackling on the show this morning on 0809-444-0981. We'll be where to get that too. And of course, you can catch up the live streaming on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos. That said, Fisayo, let's get into this one. The minister, a certain minister, Tijani Bosu, is on the receiving end this time because he's leading the charge to make sure that tech is given its pride of place. That the Minister for Digital Economy, Bosu Tijani, speaking. It was drawn away from all of his busy schedule somewhere along the line where a Nigerian tagged him about a package delivery via NIPOST, which is yet to be delivered to a 70-year-old mom who's retired. And so the minister responded and then tagged the Postmaster General, and then she also did respond. So the question again is, let's say if I tag the minister, Fisayo tagged, and everybody, including our clients, tagged for everything we send that is yet to be delivered. How can they handle it?
I mean, it talks about the inefficiency of Nigeria's institutions. Talks about the inefficiency of Nigeria's institutions, actually. I think that's where the problem is. And of course, myself and Rotus were chatting this morning before the show. And of course, he thinks, again, this is Rotus, I'm putting out there, he thinks that it was for sure, right? That the minister wanted, to show some activity or some motion, as it were, because it doesn't make sense if 1,000 people would tag the Minister for Communication on something as mundane as package delivery that it appears that everywhere in the world seems to have gotten right. I mean, even in Nigeria, so let's not even talk about everywhere in the world, right? Even in Nigeria, when you order food on Chowdeck or on any platform, you see your order has been taken by the restaurant, the driver, your rider has arrived at the restaurant to pick up, your order has been picked up, it's 4 minutes away from you. Like, it is not rocket science, right?
That is tracking.
It's tracking, right? So it's not, I'm not talking about going to what we quote to call SENA climbs. This is what has been happening. Nigerian startup, 2-year-old companies, less than 2-year-old companies, got these things right? They know how to give information about where your goods are, at every given point in time. I mean, are there errors in there? Yes, there are errors. But again, with NIPOS that we're operating for years, even before I was born, right? Simply just have a blind spot because you don't even know where your goods are. You don't know if it's missing, where it is. I mean, I don't understand how anyone in the world would think that that's how to run a delivery service. I mean, this is not 1842. No, it's basic. It's just basic transparency. It's just basic, work, right? And of course, it's not like it requires huge technology investment, to be able to provide, tracking to people. No, it doesn't require much. I mean, just a hackathon, by NIPOST, put $10,000 on as gifts for that. Boys from University of Nigeria will build it for you quickly. I'm wondering why this is hard work. Especially having for a company that has history of years and years and years of delivering parcels in Nigeria. I just think it's one of those things that people don't care about Nigerian people. Just tell you, well, it's Nigeria, they'll take it like that. And that's what the problem is, really, as far I'm concerned. So,
but even from the standpoint of, let's even see a 70-year-old retiree, let's say, what if she had life-saving medication that has been sent over and is still yet to be delivered? Let's even come from that angle.
So I don't think the problem is delivery. The problem is that I don't even know where the goods are. I mean, if you see, I've told people that what the problem with operating in emerging markets is not bad news. It is uncertainty. You don't know what will happen. And that's why you can't plan. If I know that there'll be a military coup tomorrow or next week, I know how to plan for that. If I know there will be something
in Gabon, a military coup in Gabon, Chad. Yes.
And so if I know something is going to happen, I know how to plan for it. But the problem is not even knowing what to do. You don't know. It's uncertainty is the problem. So if I know that, okay, if I'm sending this thing by night post, it's going to take me 2 years to get there. Then I know that I'm going to send something that I won't need until 2 years. I can plan with that, but not send something and just sit down and, okay, so where is it? I don't know. Has it been stolen? I don't know. Has it been delivered? I don't know. Has it gone? I don't know. Has it left Lagos? I don't know. So it doesn't work that you don't know, and that's the problem. So it's not about how fast it's been delivered. I don't care. I mean, there are times I want to buy something from an online shop, and they'll tell you free shipping is available, but it will take you 2 months. If you ship by this post, it will take you, it will cost you $2, but it will take you 1 month. If you do express, it will cost you $50, but it will get you next day. It's left for you to choose which platform you want to use to get your product. And that's what it is. So you can make decisions based on those things rather than not knowing what to do.
Okay, so we would like to know if any of our clients has had any experience of delayed or inability to track any of their, purchases or merchants sent, through these couriers. So we'd like to know on 0809-444-0981. Let's have the experience coming. But you, since you are a tech person, Rotuse thing is, of the opinion that you might have an idea of the kind of technology that we can leverage for NIPOs to get them to get over this sort of experience of delayed deliveries.
Google Sheets will do this work. Google Sheets.
Fisayo.
Someone just needs to say it has gotten here and update the Google Sheets. It will do the work. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, right? My point is that we are making it sound like this big technology that is required. It's nothing extreme. That's why I said that, give boys $10K, they will deliver you a tracking system, quickly. They'll come together in their university, they'll put it together. It might not be the best form, but it will work. And that's how these things work. I mean, so it's not, and of course, there are many startups in Nigeria that are doing that already. Your food delivery startups do that today. Speak to the bike hailing businesses in Lagos. They do that today. It's not hard. Speak to your regular e-commerce. They tell you where your goods are. I mean, this technology is available, and these things are built by Nigerians in Nigeria. So it's not like there's some procurement BPP process that needs to go through years before you get technology buyer, and that's to go and meet what's the name, big vendors, SAP to do. No, just simple lines of code will get these things done. Just give voice. Like I said, even $10,000 is too much. 5K. It will come out, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to ChatGPT. They're in the news again, and Rotus has got this idea because in the back, as we're getting ready for this show, he also has said you would have, since you are in the ed tech space, what would be the impact of ChatGPT on learning in classrooms compared to when you have you and I, Rotus, back in the days we're in classrooms, you want to replace my good old teachers with ChatGPT? Talk to us about this.
I mean, so OpenAI has suggested I don't want to integrate again. That's what they used, integrate ChatGPT into the classroom. I remember when ChatGPT came up online, teachers, lecturers were concerned that, people are going to be people are going to be using the AI for their assignments, which people are already doing. I mean, from the article, people wrote a whole thesis, 70-page thesis using, ChatGPT, right? It wasn't available when I was writing, and I'll probably have used it as well, because again, looking back, it's just a waste of time. One of those things that we did in the university at the time. So again, so ChatGPT is figuring like, how can we not see ChatGPT? Well, OpenAI is thinking, how can we not see ChatGPT as a threat to teachers rather than as an enabler of teaching and learning? Right. I don't sincerely know how they're going to do that. or how the integration is going to work. And of course, OpenAI itself doesn't know. So they said they're setting up a team next year to figure that part out for them. Again, they're having this conversation with INSEAD, which is one of the biggest or the most top-ranked business schools in the world, right? So they're saying, how do you figure out, how OpenAI could augment teaching and learning in classroom rather than being a competitor to the class teachers? So again, OpenAI doesn't know, I don't know. So I think we just wait to see.
Oh, so that's complementing now. So at least some persons can breathe easy now because it's looking like brace up, lots of jobs, computers and AI want to replace you. So, but it looks like complementing each other now. So this on a final note, before we get to read messages. So Amazon said they will begin selling Hyundai vehicles online, but typical, on a Friday, how you and Rotos will get back and forth with yourselves on this show. So he's asked me to throw this word at you now. If this would happen, if Amazon partnered with Nipos, how long do you think it would take for them to deliver a Hyundai car bought online?
If Amazon partnered with Nipos?
Yes.
2 years. I mean, so one thing we found is that, okay, so I know that at a point in my life, I used to buy a lot of things online, at least from abroad. And of course, some of the delivery options included, I think one of the biggest Chinese e-commerce platforms partnered with Nipost on delivery. And I know that, when the time I begin to have problem is when the goods arrive in Nigeria, right, has been given to Nipost. That's the time. You can track from the vendor has taken the order, it's now in a warehouse in China, it has been shipped, it has gotten to port, that's cleared, it's been given to Nipost. That's the end. And just hope and wait that in the next 2 or 3 weeks, someone will call you to say, this is where your goods are, at the time. So again, that's where the problem is. So it's not, if Nipost will struggle to deliver, say, something as small as a wristband, to you in a couple of days, I don't know how long it will take them to deliver something as big as a vehicle, right, to you. I mean, that's assuming that parts of the vehicles are not being pilfered. Someone has not removed the bonnet. Someone has not removed, the brain box before it gets to you, right? Again, these are problems. These are really, problems that we face, delivering things in Nigeria. But again, like I said, it's not just also about delivery; it's also about the transparency involved. So even if Amazon partnered with Nipost, it means that they will require Nipost to tell us exactly where those goods are at every point in time, which is where the real problem is, rather than just about the timing it takes. If I know it's going to take 2 weeks, I will prepare my mind to receive my goods in 2 weeks. If I know it's going to take 2 months, I know that I'm getting 2 months. But not knowing is the problem, and I think that's what they need to solve.
All right. It's said that somewhere in Dubai, that's in the Middle East, from next year there would just be facial recognition for clearance at the airport. That's where they are right now, starting next year. And here we are still talking about delivery, how to get it done. Anyway, let's get to hear messages. Let's get the messages coming in from our people here. The clients are here for us this morning already. I've got a fine Oluboroko says, a quick question. Is NIPO still existing? We have stopped posting letters in ages. How is it still surviving? They've moved on to other services too. If you think you don't post letters, don't they charge you 15 naira for, what's it called now? Postage, is it called? Stamps, right? So if you like, don't post letters, you pay the stamps. Moving on. Let's get Gilbert Musa from Festac with a message here for us saying the courier industry in Nigeria needs to be sanitized. Reason, I had an unpleasant experience in 2012 when a courier company took my goods, damaged it, and till date did not compensate me, despite stating on their documents of delivery that compensation will be made for damaged goods. That's Gilbert's experience. And then I'll throw in a message from Yinka Bolu with a message here. Is ASU complaining too? I thought they like to go on strike. Just imagine ASU coming with their funny demands and boom, it strikes. Students move back home with good internet connection and they continue learning. They miss nobody. Then federal government engage backup teachers and things keep moving on. Effectively, you have made ASU useless. No one nobody should be the kind of powers that these unions have. That's what it says there with a ChatGPT, if it comes on board and we get latched onto it. And then Yinka Olagunju comes up, NIPOS as an indigenous courier company knows that what is expected of a courier services. They have been operating for years. The problem is poor management. And that's how we wrap things up this morning. Fisayo Durojaye, thank you so much for your time. It's always a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me. I was muted.
All right. Thank you so much. Do have yourself a great day and weekend. Bye.
Bye.
And thanks to everyone who sent in messages and who listened to the show. My name is Omatseye Atsenuwa. Good morning.
Press brought to you by Atsenuwa.